When a friend of mine was a young boy, he and his sister used to go and spend the day with their grandmother. He always enjoyed this time as his grandfather was a well-respected member of the community as the mayor of the town, and his grandmother, she was a good Christian woman. One particular day, he and his sister were playing in the floor when his sister looked up at her grandmother and asked her what she was doing. The grandmother looked down and said, "Well, I'm embroidering a pillow for a good friend of mine," she replied. The little girl examined the back of the pillowcase that she could see. The exposed knots and threads didn't seem to be very pretty to her. So she blurted out, as only a little girl could do, "Well, why is it so ugly?" "Oh," the grandmother said, "maybe that's because you're looking at it from the wrong direction. Climb up here and take a look." So the little girl climbed up on her grandmother's lap, and she saw the beautiful design that her grandmother had embroidering on the pillowcase. The little girl asked, "How can something so pretty on the top be so ugly on the bottom?" The wise grandmother looked at her granddaughter and explained, "This pillowcase is a lot like heaven. When we're down here looking up, all we see is the evil, the pain, the sickness, and the strife. It looks like a mess. But from God's point of view, He's making a masterpiece that we can't quite understand yet." The next time you're in a tough spot, think about my friend's grandmother and the wisdom behind her words. No matter what situation you are in or what you're dealing with, it will eventually pass, I promise. The hard times that we go through are sometimes ugly, and they sometimes seem like they'll never end. There are even people that I've heard of that claim that a black cloud always follows them, that bad stuff goes wherever they go. Well, let me tell you, that just isn't true. If you look to better times and seek the other side of the pillowcase, you'll come out better and stronger. On the other hand, if you're always looking for the negative and focusing on what can and will go wrong, you'll only see the backside of the pillowcase, and you'll never understand the bigger, more beautiful plan. I'm going to leave you with a verse from the Old Testament of the Bible found in Jeremiah 29:11. And that verse goes like this: "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Having faith in Him and knowing this verse, it becomes a lot easier to level up and serve something greater.